Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NBA action. The Magic head to the Nets. It's National Championship Week in college football, and we've got a special code for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. The code is CHAMP, where the Nets are big favorites, minus 12. The total is 231. The Magic enter 6-5 on the year, 6-5 straight up and against the number. And then you've got the Nets, who are 7-6 straight up and 6-7 against the number. Of course, the Nets have been making all kinds of headlines, of course, being on the back end of that blockbuster trade, getting James Harden, who not sure if he's going to be able to play in this one just yet. And then Kyrie Irving has been, doing crazy things. And I don't think he's going to be able to play in this one due to quarantine protocol after some videos surfaced of him not wearing a mask at a family birthday party. So if you can follow all that drama, let's get down to the X's and O's and some of the trends. And from a betting perspective, we've got Lee from ASA. Lee, what do you see when you see these teams matched up?
With the trade taking an effect and everything with Harden coming here, we still like under in this game. I think it's going to take some time for the big three in Brooklyn to gel. We know Irving won't be in this game in the lineup tomorrow. Harden might be. Even if he is, we still like under. Orlando's really struggling to score. Their offense has been just downright awful. They're averaging 106.1 points per game, which is 5 points less than the league average of 111.4. They've got the fifth worst offensive efficiency in the NBA at 1.060 points per possession, and they've been worse in their last 5 games where they're scoring just 99 points per game. In fact, in their last 7 games, they failed to top 100 points 5 times. So they're one of the worst effective field goal percentage shooting teams in the NBA this year at 48.9%. They play slow. They're 19th in pace this season. That's 6 less possessions per game than the league average right now. But defensively, Steve Clifford's known for his defense. They've played really well on that side of that end of the court. Their defensive efficiency right now is top half in the league. They were top 10 last year. Now, granted, Brooklyn's going to score. They score against everybody. They're the third highest scoring team in the NBA at 118 points per game. But if you look at comparable opponents recently, the Nets just played a Nuggets team a few nights ago, and that total was set at 231.5, the same number essentially for this game. And Denver's far superior offensively than Orlando. The Magic just played the Bucks a few nights ago, who was very similar to the Nets in terms of offensive and defensive efficiency. And the total set on that game was 224.5. So I think the number's just been set too high, and I would lean towards the under in this one.
Yeah, I think that's what stands out to me is that this number is really high. And then you've got this Magic team that has not scored 100 points in 5 of their last 7 games. So, yeah, you talk about Brooklyn being a really dynamic offense, but you've got to get some contributions from the Magic when it comes to a total that high. Usually, speaking when you're talking about that kind of offense. And Brooklyn's continued to score, which is kind of impressive considering the fact that Kyrie's been out and also Spencer Dinwiddie out for the season. And then losing Karis LeVert, who was turning into a nice little player for Brooklyn. He's gone now, too. So it'll be interesting, to say the least, to follow this Nets team down the road to see how they kind of gel. But anything else you think bettors should know before betting on this one?
Yeah, I think you kind of hit it on the head. The loss of LeVert and actually Jarrett Allen is going to play a part in how Brooklyn scores, especially in the short term here. Allen was a rim protector, so that's a big loss on the defensive side of the basketball for Brooklyn. But LeVert was instant offense when he came off the bench. So, his loss coupled with, the trade that they've made, I just don't see – I see a gel issue for their first couple games. So I do expect their scoring to come down here in the short term.
All right, well, that's going to do it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Lee from ASA. Lee, thanks for joining us.